Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Joyful House. It is Tuesday, January the 7th, 2025, and it is time for Joyful Adventures in Crafting number 7. All right. Welcome in if you're new. So glad to have you. Hope you'll stay around with us for a little bit tonight and allow us to give you great big nugs. That is just a simple hug around the neck. And if you are a returning friend, welcome to the Joyful House. You know it is always a pleasure to have you here, as you are the ones who fill the house with joy. All right, let's see who we have here and who we can give some great big nugs to. All right. Hello, Sanja. Welcome in. So glad you're here. And Miss Vicky Oodles is here. And nuggies to you, Candi. And Miss Paula is here. And let's see. Miss Doris is here. Welcome in, Doris. Happy New Year. I'm not sure if I've said Happy New Year to you yet. And Miss Angela is here. She says, "Hi, Cynthia." My camera is blocking, so I got to take that down to read it. And everyone in the chat, actually, I can do this. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing fine, drinking water and still working on my blanket. Well, you just keep hooking away. And don't forget, send us a picture when you're done so we can show it. Angela's got some things that will be in the little showcase video tonight. So I hope you'll stick around for that. And let's see, who else is here? Carla is here. Welcome in, Carla. And Dawn P is here. Dawn, that blanket. I'll say no more. Let our friends all see it tonight. I sent you an email back on that blanket, though, Dawn, when you get a chance to check it out. Hello, Southern Winter. Welcome in. So glad you're here. Miss Shirley. Hello. Nugs, nugs, nugs. And Miss Wanda is here. Wanda, I use something a lot today. Do you recognize this? My little heart worry stone. Not going to make a big deal, but had a big, huge diabetic crash today. And I literally sat here with it in my pocket trying to get myself together. And I just kept rubbing that. I think I rubbed a little bit more into that smooth spot. But thank you. It was a lifesaver today. Hello, Jen. Welcome into the Joyful House. Nugs, nugs. You guys, as always, I have to tell you how much I really, really appreciate you coming in and loving on one another. We cannot ever have enough love. So thank you so much for all the kindness that you share with each person in the chat. I love it. Miss Shirley says that she just finished Christmas and back to Grafgans. Love it. I still can't wait to see that one. You know which one I'm talking about. Hello, Angie. Welcome in. Happy New Year. If I've not told you Happy New Year this year yet. All right. And everyone is still saying hello to each other. All right, if someone will be kind enough to do me a favor and drop me some emojis in the chat, that way I can find my way back. And we're going to get started. I've got quite a few things to share, but as you know, I always want to make sure we end on time so that we can all go over to Jen and Ivy's house. And if you've not been over there, you're missing out. There's a lot of fun with those two special ladies. So you definitely want to go head over to both of their houses. Speaking of which, Ivy is also here with us. Hello, Ivy. Welcome in. All right. Thank you guys so much for those emojis. I appreciate it. I will definitely be able to find my way back in the chat. That's right, Jen. Hipster is in the house. All right, where do we start? There's so much. I think we'll start with the very first thing. All right, there is something new happening on my channel for 2025. And if you've been around since the middle of last week, you kind of already know about it. But if you haven't, I'm going to tell you about it right now. And then after tonight, in Joyful Adventures in Crafting, I will not bring it up again. You'll just have to look for what I'm about to tell you. The last time I will mention it out will be Friday night in our movie night live. So I will remind everyone again Thursday night if they come to the watch party, and then I will remind everyone Friday night and movie night, and then going forward, it will be up to you. So what is up to you in 2025? And I cannot take credit, but I love something that I've seen a couple of my fellow friends do, and I thought how great that is, because not only does it allow us an opportunity to get to know you, our friends, better, but being honest, which I will always be with y'all, it helps to improve the algorithms of the channel. So it's kind of like a win-win. Every live and every video that I do, there will be a joy word that will pop up somewhere in the live, somewhere in the video. When you see that joy word, if you make a sentence with that word, you will get to go on a giveaway wheel. And so you'll receive an entry. But you can also receive a second entry if you write a whole separate sentence and tell me what you liked about that live or that video. So every video and every live that I do, whether it's on the channel or with the Joy team, you have an opportunity to get 2 entries on the wheel with each video and live. Now, y'all know I don't push super stickers, super chats, and gifting memberships, but should you do that, then for every $1 spent, you also get an entry on the wheel. But the main thing that I'm looking at is reading your comments in the comment section after a live and on a video. If you put it in the chat, it will not count, okay? It has to be in a comment after a live is finished and then on a video. It doesn't matter what it is, you will see a special word in each of those videos, all right? Now, so somewhere tonight, the joy word for tonight will pop up. So what happens if you get an entry? Well, we're going to put you on a wheel. And whether it's the Joy team has a separate wheel. So any entries they get, it goes on a whole different wheel. So that way it gives people on the channel more opportunity to be in a winner. So there's 2 separate wheels. So that means there's 2 separate giveaways. All right. When you go on that wheel, then at the very end of the month, whatever video or live I have for the channel, that's where we'll spin the wheel and pick a winner. And that winner will just receive a little bit of joy from me. It may come in various forms. It may be a gift card one month. It may be something cool I found and I bought a second to share. So it could be anything. So make sure that if you are responding in those comments, that you are here on the last live or video that I do of the month. Whether it be movie night, Joyful Adventures in Crafting, it just depends on what the last day of the month is. If it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, Saturday or Sunday, where those videos fall. All right. So I already have some entries since we started this last week. So let's get those entries added. But before we do, I do want to jump over to the chat and just make sure there's no more next to nug in real quick and see if anyone else has shared anything. And then we'll get those entries added. And we'll do this every Tuesday night on Joyful Adventures in Crafting. We'll add every entry for the week. So anything that happens from tonight forward till next Tuesday, we'll add next Tuesday, and then so forth until we get to the end of the year. All right, Let me go look for those wonderful emojis you dropped for me. And there they are. Thank you so much. Hello, Laura. Welcome into the Joyful House on this cold, cold, cold Tuesday night. And Miss Diane is here with us. Hello, sweet Diane. So good to have you. Thank you guys again for loving each other in. I appreciate that so much. And we've got Miss Tiffany in the house. Nugs to you, Tiffany. Hope you're feeling better. All right. Oodle says 2 separate comments or 2 sentences in one comment. Oh, 2 sentences in one comment. Okay, 2 sentences in one comment. So you only have to leave one comment, and you can use 1 sentence with the joy word and 1 sentence telling me what you enjoy about that video or that live. And also what that does is it helps me know what kind of content to continue bringing. What is it that you really like? So maybe I've thrown a bunch of things in Joyful Adventures and you're like, my favorite part is this. So I'll make sure I continue doing that. Or if I don't ever hear somebody commenting on a certain thing that I'm doing, then I'll know that maybe that's not something they enjoy. So it's going to be informative to me as well as getting to know you a little bit better. Because by using these words, especially, you might let me know what your favorite color is. You might let me know what your favorite food is, et cetera, et cetera. So I will be learning a lot about you because you guys get to hear me all the time. So I want to hear you. I want your voice to be heard. I want to get to know who you are. Because as Dawn P says, hello, beautiful people. So I want to get to know all of you beautiful people. And as I am quickly approaching my 6th anniversary, I am still making new friends. So I want to also get to know them as well. All right. I did, Diane. I did. In fact, my Fitbit watch told me I got a solid 7 hours of sleep. So thank you for that. If you were not part of the Joy Team Mystery Make-Along Building Special Moments last night, I struggled. It was my first day back to work after being out of work for 3 weeks, and I was having a hard time staying awake, y'all. It's not easy to teach someone how to do something. We were sitting there working on our Mystery Make-Alongs, and I was tired. And then I had camera issues. And you know what? By the way, if you're part of the Joy Team and you were there last night, it was not the camera. It was all the operator. I was so tired, I just couldn't think. I have a little slot that allows my camera to move up and down, right or left, you know, whatever, and move all around. And I didn't have it in that little slot that it can slide in. And that's why it was flopping and it wouldn't work right until Mr. Joyful came in. So anyway, but thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Oh, that is so good, Tiffany. She says, I am feeling much better today, but the cough is driving me nuts. Bless your heart. I hope you haven't gotten a little touch of COVID, my friend, but I do hope that cough goes away. Coughs can be really annoying and hurtful. They can really make your body hurt. So, hello, welcome in. Candi says, grr, you don't want to get to know me. Laugh out loud, just joking. I do want to get, pardon me, I do want to get to know you even better than I already know you, you silly girl. Of course I do. All right. Thank you, Diane. Hello, Denise. Welcome in. She says, I'm going to listen a while. Well, so glad you're here. All right, friends, if you'll drop me some more emojis so I can find my way, let me pop this wheel up and we'll get names added. These are the names that we actually added last week. So today, let's see who we are adding on. First, we've got Tina with Camper 14, and she has 3 entries. And because I want to honor the time, I'm going to copy and paste because I want to make sure we get off in time to go over to Jen and Ivy's house. All right, next we've got Miss Tiffany, and Miss Tiffany has 4 entries. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we've got Miss Sherry Knowles, and she has 1 entry. And next we have Miss Vicky Oodles. Oh, got 1 too many O's in there. And she has 3 entries. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we've got Miss Sanja. And let me get her name type real quick, because she has quite a few. All right, Miss Sanja has a total of 7 entries. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then Miss Mara whoops. Well, I keep scrolling the wrong thing, sorry. Miss Mara has a total of 6 entries. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's see. Mateo has 1 entry. Jen has 1 entry. And Miss Paula has 3, so 1, 2, 3. And then we've got Carla. And Miss Carla has 2 entries. And then next is Miss Wanda. And Miss Wanda has 2 entries. And then we have Samantha. And she has 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then Tank has 1. Laura has 1. And then finally, Angela Wright So you guys did a good job for the first week. Has 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now this is what I'm going to do. Let me go back up to the top here. We've added all those in. I'm going to just shuffle them a couple times. So where I put all those entries in for each person, we're going to shuffle them up. And now we're going to save it. And we'll add more names next week. So thank you to all of you who have shared. And of course, I've already answered all of you. So I have enjoyed all of those individual conversations with each of you. All right. So that is that. Now, let's see. Let me go back to the chat real quick. Move this out the way. All right. And I'm sure that if anyone has come in, you guys have already done a great job of giving them a great big nug around the neck. All right. Thank you so much, Candi and Doris and Oodles, for helping me out with those emojis. I was able to find my spot right away. Sanja says Matt's doctor told him that there is a respiratory illness going around and no one knows what it is. It is hard to shake. There is something going around. My boss and his whole family were out most of the Christmas break with something. So you're right, Sanja. There is something going around. And unfortunately, when you live in a household, all y'all do is just keep passing it around from one to another. So everyone be careful, bundle up, make sure you're using hand sanitizer, washing your hands, wearing masks if you need to, especially if you know you have a really, weak immune system, because you don't need to be sick. We all want to be well, right? So everyone take care of yourselves. Thank you, Sanja, for sharing that. I hope Matt is doing okay. Wanda says it was about 20 to midnight when I stopped last night. Yeah, I think that might have been too late. I asked her to call me when she stopped. Well, I do hope that we can catch up soon, Wanda. And driving that late, please stay warm, my friend. And of course, always stay safe. I worry about you. But last night, I did pray for you before I went to sleep. So hopefully the rest of your drive until almost 20 minutes to midnight, you had an easy drive, especially in that snow. All right. Tiffany says, no, it is nothing like that. She says, don't you even say the C word. It's just a cold. I'll be fine in a few days. Well, I do hope that you are taking something for that cough and definitely continuing to drink some hot, warm tea. Mine right now is called Vanilla Bean. Whew, it's so good. So good. All right. Hello, Tina. Welcome in, love. How are you tonight? She says, hi, Cynthia and everyone. I'm late getting here. Sorry. Tina, I hope you got to see us put your entries on the wheel a few minutes ago. All right. Sanja says, I think my hubby has it. Oh, no, Sanja. He has had a sore throat and congestion for weeks now. He is not feeling well. Let me go run real quick and put him down on my prayer list. Of course, I already have y'all on there, but if I know something, I like to be specific. Thank you guys for giving me a second to do that. Give him a great big hug from me, Sanja. Tell him I command that sickness to leave. He don't have time for that. Thank you guys again for loving on each other. I appreciate that. Oh, Southern Winter. Thank you. Well, Southern Winter, you gave a little piece of your heart. So I have something for you. This is for you. And so I pulled the wheel back up and I'm going to go ahead and add you on here. And I will apologize, Southern Winter. I cannot remember if you gave me a first name or if you just wanted us to call you Southern Winter. So if you could correct me, I would appreciate that. But if you rather it just be Southern Winter, I understand that. And we'll leave it there just like that. So you let me know. All right. Tina says, sinus and cough hanging around our home since before Christmas. Oh, Tina, I am sorry to hear that. Let me add you real quick to my prayer journal. And we're going to pray that sickness away. I hope you get to feeling better, love. Your whole family. And Laura's saying, I'm good, Jen. How are you? Sanja says, praying everyone gets over the illness. Yes, Sanja. Yes. Jen says, me too, Tina, but I am getting better now. Oh, Jen, I didn't realize you were still carrying that cold, my friend. I've already got you on here, so let me just update. Still has her cold. All right. Well, we're going to continue praying that you guys get rid of that. So we are pulling out coats and mittens and all of that here. They're calling for snow on Friday night. So we are getting prepared for that Friday storm. But oh my goodness, you guys, there's nothing worse than being cold and sick at the same time. So I hope y'all get better soon. Oh, Southern Winter, again, you are so sweet. She says, this is fun. I am glad I found you. Well, I am so glad to have you here. Again, I appreciate you giving a piece of your heart, and let me give you something back as well. And I am copying your name. Let me put this back up here, and let's give you 2 more entries. So 1, why didn't it do it? 1, there we go. And 2. So you have 3 entries on that wheel. Let me save it so we make sure we don't lose anything. All right. Again, thank you guys so much for sitting here and coming in and loving on each other. I appreciate that. I'm seeing that go on through the chat. Just keep giving each other those great big nugs, especially our friends that are not feeling well. Help them feel better. Don P says, I'll be right back. Need to help hubby with something really quick. Well, I know he will appreciate that. So we'll be right here when you get back. Everyone is still saying hello. Laura says, we are getting our cold winter now. Laura, what is it for you? Are you in Georgia? Is that right? I think you're in Georgia. I don't know why I want to say you're in Georgia. Where are you at, Laura? Currently, right now, it is 7:30 and it is 39 degrees outside. And I know some of y'all, especially those going towards the Midwest, are probably like, 39, girl, you're calling that cold? Yeah, I'm calling that cold. I'm calling that freezing. But I know for some of you, had a play date earlier this afternoon, and it was 17 degrees where they're at. So I'm trying not to complain. I'm trying not to say it's really cold, but y'all, it's still really cold. But I'm grateful for 39 and not 17. Oh, Sanja says, Matt is doing good. He hasn't caught the sickness. Thank goodness, Sanja. He is also still on my prayer list. So thank you so much for sharing that update. We are going to still keep praying for him. God is good and he's got plans for him. Tina says, I think we're getting better until my grandson arrived and became sick. Then I believe the rebound happened. And sadly, that's what happens when we're together with multiple people in our home. But praying that all of you get well. Hoping your grandson, if he's still with you, that he's getting better. And if he's back at home, that he is definitely well. Hello, Samantha. Welcome in, and Nugs. Hope you're doing well. Tiffany says, I've been drinking plenty of water, tea, and coffee. Yes, definitely stay hydrated. Tina says, I saw that just as I arrived. Her name's on the wheel. Awesome, awesome. I know the coffee isn't always recommended, but it's hot and yummy, right? Southern Winter says, I've been sick for the past 3 weeks and finally starting to feel better. Still finishing the steroids. Whatever this is, it is wicked. Oh my gosh. Well, I am so sorry that you also are dealing with this. I do believe in the power of prayer, so thank you guys for the grace to write this down. All right. I'm watching my time. Same here, Sonja. It settled into bronchitis on me, and I had to have mega doses of antibiotics. Oh my gosh, Oodles. I am so sorry to hear that. Well, I hope that you guys will all come back next week and tell me that you are 100% well. Diane says, Miss Cynthia, would you add me to prayer list? I fell today and I'm in a bad way right now. Oh my gosh, Miss Diane, absolutely. I hope that nothing was broken. You know, Todd's mom fell earlier at the end of summer and messed up her shoulder, and it has been doing well. But when this cold weather hit, she's having a hard time with it. So I'm hoping, Miss Diane, that nothing was broken. But nonetheless, those falls, they really hurt. Give yourself grace, please, to heal and get over that. And I do appreciate you guys being so open and so vulnerable and sharing what's going on with you so that I can think about you, love on you, pray for you throughout the week. It takes a certain set of boldness to be able to share what's going on in your life like that. And so I appreciate it so much. Sonja says, I will. He tells others to stop it when they are sick. Oh, that's so cute. Oh. Southern Winter is Kim. Thank you for that. And I will do my best, Kim, to keep learning that. And I'm going to come over here on the wheel real quick and put that on. The more I see it, the more it will sink in. And the more I get to know you, it will sink in as well. I'm one of those, I never forget a face, but I always forget a name. So I will do my best to work on that. Let me save that so nothing happens with the wheel. All right. Oh, Sonja, you tell Ben I said he is more than welcome. Don P says, back, sorry for leaving. No worries. You were being helpful to your husband, so I love that. Hello, Zach. Bonjour to you. He says, bonjour, Cynthia. So good to see you, my friend, and Happy New Year. Laura says, between my fall and cold hitting me, I get my new glasses either Friday or Monday, and everywhere people are getting colds. Yes, they are. Well, Laura, I am sorry to hear about you falling, and I'm sorry to hear about you being sick, but I am excited about your glasses. Let me get Laura on here real quick, you guys. Laura, are you doing better? When did you fall? All right. Fell sick and gets her new glasses. I'm going to pray that everything goes well with your glasses. I know some friends that have had trouble when their new glasses came in. They either didn't fit right, they couldn't see right through it, it was blurry. And I know one of my friends struggled. Miss Beverly, y'all hear me talk about her, my 84-year-old friend. It took her like almost 3.5 months to get her glasses straight. It was just very frustrating for her. Annie is coughing horribly, but she says she is not sick, but that cough is too deep for my comfort. I hear you, Sonja. I hear you. I have her down as well. Wanda says, I'm hearing that a new strand of COVID is going around. I wouldn't be surprised, Wanda, with all the coughing that people are going through. And then all of this respiratory stuff, I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, Miss Linda, welcome into the Joyful House on this beautiful Tuesday night. She says, I ended up with the sore throat crud, and thankfully, after about 3 days, the rest of the sore throat left. Now just a cough. I'm still recovering from the compression fracture in my back. Miss Linda, I actually do have you still on my prayer list for your back. I don't remember if it was here. No, I think I actually heard you share it in someone else's live and I wrote it down. But you still have the cough, right? Yes, she says she still has the cough. So let me find her name. And there she is. And I wrote down cough. Well, I hope that goes away very, very soon. All right. Oh, thank you, Zach. And you know what? I knew that. I knew that, Laura, because we had that conversation with Taffy about the Facebook Messenger. I remember that. Yes. And Taffy is in the States, like I think over near like Texas or something like that. So all right. And Southern Winter says she lives in Georgia. So you're not too far from me, Kim. So I imagine we probably are experiencing some of the same weather. Diane is thanking Miss Tina. She says, so sweet of you. I do appreciate it. And Linda is thanking Sonja. Denise says, northernish Minnesota here. Cold is cold wherever you are. I agree, Denise. None of us like to be really cold, right? Oh. Sonja says, my son-in-law is from South Carolina and he has struggled with cold weather. Oh, Sonja, what part of South Carolina? If you don't mind me asking. If so, you can text me or email me. Laura says, I am in Ontario, Oshawa. It's -8, feeling like -14. Oh, that just makes me cold. Samantha says, did you share Stranger Things? I did not, Samantha. And honestly, we're running out of time. I am not going to share it tonight, only because I've worked on other things. And then I myself was sick. I had a bad reaction to my insulin shot, and I was in the bed most of last week. So I've only added probably about 20 white rows to that Stranger Things blanket. But I am trying to commit. I will not be working on anything else. I am trying to commit to doing nothing but Stranger Things so that I have the entire white panel finished by next Tuesday. So I only, like I said, added about 20 extra rows from what you saw the last Tuesday. Zach says it's 15 here and it feels like 3 or -9 degrees. Feels like -16. Oh, that's just so cold. Thank you so much, Sonja. All right, I am running out of time, and we do have a long video tonight of all of our wonderful makes from all of you for sending them in and sharing them with me so that I can share them with our friends. So I do want to get that going. Jen and Ivy, if you're still here, I'm going to apologize. I might go over about 3, 4, 5 minutes, but then I promise I'll send everyone to your house as soon as we're done. I understand they may have already had to step out and start getting ready. Sonja, so sweet. Samantha, how is your acid reflux doing? Thank you, Sonja, for asking that. And Samantha says, keep praying. Absolutely. And Samantha, you know you're on my prayer list already, my friend. Yes, Diane, prayers for all those who need it. Sonja says, awesome, Samantha. That is answer to prayers. Yes, it is. All right. Tiffany says, Miss Cynthia, can you please add Elijah to your prayer list? It's a bit worse off than I have been. Absolutely, Tiffany. And I know school started back this week, so I definitely hope he gets to feeling better soon. Pray for all of our kids in school, because that's where it's going to get passed around at. Of course, I know he's not in public school, but still want to pray for all of our school age kids. Zach says, can you pray for my dad? He goes for his 2-month checkup at the doctor's for his diabetes tomorrow. Absolutely. Zach, do you mind me asking what your dad's name is? Sandra says, my legs cramp and nerve zings are getting worse. I understand that, my friend. Thank you, Sandra, praying for Zach's dad. Diane says, my foot is really bad. It's a pretty color. I can't even put any weight on it. Oh, wow. Touch it. It's double the normal size. When I do something, I do it real well. Maybe I can move tomorrow to get x-ray. Oh, yes, ma'am. That doesn't sound really good. And I'm sorry that you're going through that. It's difficult when you're so used to just getting up and doing for yourself and you can't. Definitely hope that you can get out and get that checked. Diane says, thank you, Miss Cynthia. And my head hurts and I'm going to try to just listen mostly. Absolutely. Please pray for our Josh. He just had another seizure and he is stressing about it. Oh my gosh, Sanja. All right. Thank you guys for all those that are praying for each other. Did my super sticker come through, Cynthia? I did not see it, Miss Vicky. Did anyone else see it in the chat? I don't have my YouTube side pulled up, but I can go pull it up. It did not show up in StreamYard. Absolutely, Miss Linda. You are more than welcome. It is my pleasure. And I do apologize about the ads, Miss Vicky. Jen says she sees it. Maybe I haven't gotten to it yet. She says, thank you, Jen. Well, she asked me that up there, though. And I do see it, Oodles. Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention because I did not see it. There it is right there, Miss Oodles. I'm so used to Friday night. Oodles! Miss Vicky, I have something for you for sharing a piece of your heart with me. All right. Let me pull this wheel up and add our beautiful friend, Miss Vicky Oodles, on here. All right. And hit save. All right. And I think I was almost to the bottom of the chat. And we are next going to play the video with all of the beautiful, joyful makes that you guys have sent in. And then, of course, we're going to have some bloopers. And I had some bloopers this time because I had a lot of uh-ohs. So I hope you enjoy them. All right, let me find my way back real quick. I know I was very close to the bottom. Laura says December 2nd was my fall, 13 staples. December 10th, they were taken out. Oh my gosh, Laura. How are you doing? That's a lot of staples too. Bless your heart. Oh, wow, Sanja, that's not too far from me. Goose Creek, South Carolina. That's right where my two older boys were born. Very, very close. They were born in Somerville, but that's all right there. And that's where I went to 1 year of college. After I graduated from Winthrop, I did 1 year at Charleston Southern, and that's right in that same area. So right now, that's probably about maybe an hour and maybe 45 minutes from me. So not too far. Tina says, was listening for a bit, but prayers, so many prayers needed at this time. Yes. Diane says, thank you, sweet Linda. I do appreciate it. And Jen says, Oodles, you're welcome for finding her super chat. Thank you guys for letting me know. Diane says, you're in South Carolina, Cynthia. I am in Charlotte. Well, you're not too far from me either, just a couple hours. Yes, I'm in Newberry. I am about 30 miles west of Columbia. I'm between Columbia and Greenville. So I'm not that far from you, Miss Diane. In fact, I used to drive through Charlotte all the time because even though I lived in Newberry, I helped manage a hotel in Mooresville, and I'd have to travel through Charlotte every single time I went and every time I came home. So we're not that far. Although I'm grateful I don't have to do that drive anymore, because that was a 4-hour drive one way to Mooresville, not to Charlotte, but to Mooresville. Ivy says, I'm still here. Take all the time you need. Well, I am going to try to wrap this up soon, my friends, so we can come hang out at yours and Jen's house. His name is Reg. Thank you so much, Zach. I know God knows who he is, but sometimes I feel like I'm closer when I actually can lift a person up by their name. So thank you for sharing that. Miss Shirley says, hey, all have to go. Nugs to all. Nugs to you, my beautiful friend. Thank you for coming over and hanging out with us for a little bit. Ivy says, blanket prayers for all. Thank you so much for that, Ivy. You're so sweet. Thank you guys for hugging Miss Shirley out. And I'm trying to read fast because I want to get this video playing. Miss Dawn P says, prayers for all those who need it and don't think they do. I love that. That's so sweet. Hello, Pam. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How are you, my beautiful friend? Welcome in. She says, I've been here lurking. Well, so glad you're here. And thank you for letting us know you're here so we can all give you great big nugs around the neck. Tina says, I love seeing them all. So much creativity around. Yes, I completely agree. All right. Cool, you may meet my kiddos when they go visit family there. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be awesome? We have family that still lives up that way. So, all right. Samantha says, what about Stranger Things? Again, Samantha, I only added 20 white rows. So I'm going to wait and show it to y'all next week. If I can talk Mr. Joyful into helping me get it while I'm running that video, then I'll show you what I've got done. If he can hear me, he may have his headphones on. Diane says, oh, that's a long drive. From Newberry to Mooresville, it was, especially when it was snowing. In fact, there were times I actually got stranded in Mooresville because the weather was so bad and the snow was so great that I couldn't come home. Sanja says she answered that, Samantha. You may need to go back and listen to the replay. Thank you, Sanja. All right. Zach says, oh my gosh, Samantha, she said that she's not showing it because she only added 20 rows of white. All right. Thank you guys for loving on each other still. Laura says, I'm doing okay. My head is still sore and tender and not supposed to be around watching TV, computers, etc. The glasses are supposed to help my vision to get back from the concussion. I wondered if you got a concussion with that. Oh my gosh, my friend. Like I tell everyone, don't be a Cynthia. Don't be dumb. Give yourself the grace you need to heal. There's only one you. We need to take care of you. Don't rush it. Thank you, Samantha. You're so sweet. You're always so sweet. She says, keep up the great work on Stranger Things. Okay, I'm at the bottom of the chat. So if y'all drop me some emojis, I am going to drop the wheel and we're going to pull up the video and sit back and enjoy these beautiful makes from our friends in the community. And just a reminder, if you have a finished project, I'd love for you to send it to me so that I can share it out to our friends as well. And I always love seeing your beautiful makes. All right, here we go. Here are the beautiful makes from our friends and bloopers. And again, I share bloopers just to show you that nobody's perfect. So if you think about starting a channel where you're doing content, because if you're here right now, you have a channel. You have a YouTube channel. But if you're thinking about starting your own content, I want you to know mistakes are going to happen and it's okay. Just be your true authentic self. So that's what I'm showing you, my true authentic self. And even after almost 6 years, it'll be 6 years, y'all, in March. Can you believe that? I still make plenty of bloopers. So that's why I share them out. All right. I hope you enjoy. Welcome to the Joyful House. And the four strands. Let's try that again. Oh, let's try this again. It's pretty bad when you have to have a reminder to go eat lunch. Oh, all right. Blooper. Good morning and welcome to the Joyful House. My name, y'all know what my name is. You're the Joy Team. Welcome into the Joyful House, Joy Team. This is Jubilant Tea Party. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me go back over here to the chat. Yes, everyone did a wonderful job. And again, I appreciate everyone sharing. I did get Dawn's added at the very last minute tonight. So Dawn, I do need to still go add you in the description box, but I will take care of that. as soon as we finish up and I'm over visiting with Jen and Ivy. So I will get you added in as soon as we finish. All right, let's see. Tiffany says, wow, Angela, you've been busy. Good job. Yes, she did do an amazing job on all of her beautiful makes. I know, Sandra, right? Connie's hats are so fun. In fact, that hat that I showed in mine was one of Connie's. So I was testing it for her, as I know many of you have been doing as well. So it was a lot of fun. She has been busy. She constantly sends me pictures and I'm at work and I'll pick up my phone and I'm like, that is beautiful. I love this about it, but I wish I was home crocheting. Why do I have to go to work? Why? Y'all laugh. I told my boss yesterday when I returned to work, I said, you did a bad thing making me go home for 3 weeks because I got a taste of retirement. And I have to say, it tasted really, really good. Oh. Angela said that was her first shawl. Oh my gosh, Angela, well, you did an amazing job. And thank you so much for sharing it with all of us. Oh, so exciting. All right. Lisa did a nice hat too. Yes. And of course, all of Lisa's stuff is knitted. So I always love seeing her makes because I don't knit as much. That's one of my goals for 2025. So I enjoy seeing a lot of her makes. Yes. Oodle says, Cynthia, has tonight's word popped up yet? It has not. It's coming. I'm wondering if I missed it with all the ads I'm getting. No, you have not. Zach says, Cynthia, I love your bloopers. Well, thank you. Some weeks I have more than others, but all right. Thank you, Dawn. Tiffany says, all the makes look wonderful. They did. And Carla says, everyone did such a great job, and they did. I agree. I know, Laura. I love Connie's hats. And of course, y'all know she's got so much going on her channel right now. Besides the big New Year giveaway, she's doing this thing where she's going to make Christmas ornaments. So if you like Christmas ornaments, you definitely want to go over and check her channel out and join her in making those really cute Christmas ornaments. Sandra says, yes, I tested a hat and a scarf for her. And I know how much she appreciates that, Sandra. So thank you. Angela says, and that was my first tops. Oh, wow, Angela. My camera is blocking my chat. Sorry. Connie needs to come up for air. Laugh out loud. She's been extremely busy, says Diane. Right? And that's what she wants to do. She really is into designing right now, especially as she learns these new stitches. So what fun it is for all of us because she is making lots and lots of things. Sandra says, Angela, another wow for that. You guys, thank you so much for the love that you are sharing in the chat. I so appreciate that. Doris says, everything is lovely. I agree, Doris. Oodle says, everyone did an amazing job on their projects. Yes, they did. All right, if you guys will drop me some emojis, I'll appreciate it so I can find my way back in the chat. So this is Stranger Things, and of course it's upside down because I'm working on a white panel, but this is what I've got done. And if you'll give me a second, I'll tell you exactly how many rows. Remember, I have to do 53 for this white panel. So it's not easy to do 53 white rows, and there's 240 stitches on each row. So that's a lot of single crochets, but I am on row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and I'm getting ready to start row 26. So I've got to go to 53. So that's actually halfway there. I've got about 27 rows left to do. So that is my goal for next Tuesday. And again, we're not spinning the Joyful Adventures crafting wheel because I'm going to just finish the stranger blanket before we choose something else off of the wheel. All right. Thank you guys so much for those emojis. So I do have something else that I want to show you. You saw pictures of it in the video. And as you can see right here beside me, and the Stranger Things blanket is blocking it. This is getting to be a very big and heavy blanket. So Mr. Todd helps me carry it around. But let me put it back here for a moment. But this is the scarf that my son asked me to make for him. And I got it finished. So I'm glad that I'm actually able to show it to you. So if he should choose to come get it, that you guys have gotten to see it in person. But he didn't want it very long because he plans on using it when he rides his motorcycle. I got long hair, so my hair is getting in the way. There we go. So his plan with it, so you can see it's not very long. His plan is to be able to tuck it like this around his neck and then stuff it a little bit into his motorcycle jacket. And then, of course, that beanie hat that I made, that I tested for Connie, as you could tell, it was in the same colors. It is also for him. Now, he did, I think I have that right here. Let me see. He did ask me to add just a little bit more because, yeah, I do. His head is a little bit bigger than mine. So when you saw it on the mannequin, it was stopped right here at this brown. And I added a little bit more dark brown to it for him. But anyway, so that is that. All right. I have one more thing, two more things. We're going over time to share with you really quickly. And then that will wrap up our time together. My friend. Okay. Just had to see what my friend had to say. All right. I have one more thing craft-wise that I want to share with you. And then I want to share a little bit of happy mail that a coworker gave me today. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Samantha. She says, loves the Stranger Things blanket. All right. So Mr. Joyful knew that I needed a love you too, sweet Samantha. You're so sweet. A calendar for the studio. And so he went and got me one, and it was part of my Christmas from him. And he actually got me a Thomas Kincaid Gardens of Grace calendar. And I absolutely love it. But what I want to share with you is what was on the very first page of the calendar. And this is the first page. You guys, I could so see myself sitting on those steps, crocheting, knitting, praying, reading, studying my Bible. I could just live on those steps. But what I want you to take note of is the saying up here by Thomas Kincaid. And it says, it is an honor, a joy, a delight to light a fresh candle every day for the world with the artwork I create. In a way, I see that I'm offering my mind, my skill, my creativity as instruments of the discovery process of remaking the world into a better place. Thomas Kincaid. For me, I felt like personally that summed up who I am and how I feel. Of course, it's got the word joy. Then it talks about lighting a candle. And if you know anything about me, I love candles. Like yarn, can't have enough. But I do actually use them all. But then it goes on to talk about sharing, our skill set and our mind and all of that through our artwork, and using our creativity as a discovery process of making the world a better place. So I've already shared this with the Joy team in one of our tea parties. And y'all, every time I stand up, my chair rises. Sorry. And so I told them that what I'm trying to do, because I'm trying to change the way I am doing things, because I was always going to bed way too late and then getting up and being at work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then coming in and doing something almost every night in the channel. And the one night that I'm not doing something, I'm going out to my crochet club. So I'm literally starting my day at 7 in the morning and running sometimes till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Health-wise, I cannot continue that. So I've decided no more playing games on my phone when I go to bed. In fact, I'm trying not to even be on my phone from 10 o'clock on until I wake up the next morning. Also, I'm trying to do a wind down. At 10 o'clock, I'm trying to go brush my teeth, wash my face, get my PJs on if I haven't already done that. And then I'm going into the craft room. I am lighting a candle, and I'm trying to crochet at least a minimum of 10 minutes, if not longer. And while I'm doing that, I don't know what I just did with my, oh, it's sitting right in front of me. I grab my rocket planner. And sometimes Mr. Joyful comes in there and joins me, and we'll chit chat for a moment, and then we'll start praying for all of you that are on the prayer list. And as I'm doing that, I am going to be crocheting, because a lot of times and a lot of days I don't get to crochet. And if I definitely don't stop for lunch, I definitely don't get to crochet. So what I'm trying to commit to doing is taking that scrap blanket that I started. I don't know if y'all remembered, I had just a little bit of this turquoise started. In fact, it was 3.5 rows when I showed it to you last. And I'm trying to commit to at least crocheting 1 row, if not more, every night. And that's 7 days a week. And then I'm putting myself to bed and I'm trying to read 1 chapter of a book. I love reading books, but I have not read a book in a couple of years. And so I've been trying to read a chapter a night and then literally going to sleep. By doing that, I have been getting almost 7 hours of sleep. And according to my Fitbit, I got exactly 7 hours of sleep last night. Then I'm trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and actually coming into the studio and working on things that I normally work late into the night doing in the morning, so that when I come home, I can properly eat dinner and breathe and not just engulf it, and then come do whatever live or videos that I need to do. And when I'm done, then I get to go start that evening routine. And I've already seen a huge difference in my sleep and just my overall well-being. And so I am loving that. Well, I shared all this with the Joy team, and when they last saw that blanket, it's where you last saw it at 3.5 rows. This is what I have done since last week. So this is where I'm at on that blanket. So like I said, my goal is 1 row a night, but if I have an opportunity, I'll do a little bit more. And then as far as any other project goes right now, the only thing that I will be working on this coming week, besides this in the evenings as my wind down, will be the Stranger Things blanket. So curious to see how far this goes over the week, and definitely hoping to get the last 27 rows of the white done by next Tuesday. All right, let me check the chat. I've got one more quick thing to share, and then we're going to get out of here so we can go join our friends, Jen and Ivy. All right. Going back up and looking for those emojis, and there they are. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, a lot of you gave me emojis. Thank you, Vicky, Oodles, Sanja, Diane, Samantha. Thank you so much for the help. Linda, I appreciate all of you helping me out with that. Tiffany saying, awesome, you can do it on the Stranger Things blanket. Diane says, my goal is to stop falling. My friend, I hope you are successful in reaching that goal because I don't want you to fall anymore. Thank you, Paula. I've sent pictures to my son, and he is so excited and cannot wait to come get it. He asked me to make him a Southwestern scarf. If y'all remember, I made him that crocheted Southwestern hoodie, and then I made a matching pink and yellow one for his, at the time, girlfriend. And so he had his done in those brown colors. And so he wanted me to do it again in the same brown colors. But anyway, so I'm happy that he is happy with it. And I'm happy that he keeps asking me to make him crocheted items. He's asked me to make one more crochet thing for him, but it won't take me long to do it. He wants me to make a couple of frying pan little sleeves that he can slide onto the handles of his cast iron frying pans. So I am eating it up to have a child that truly enjoys my crocheting. All right. Diane is saying she is praying for Linda to pray that she stops falling as well. Sandra Samantha is a darling. Yes, Tina. Thomas Kincaid is an amazing artist. I am going to enjoy that calendar. I will show y'all January's real quick. This is January's, and it has a Bible, and you know, with Thomas Kincaid, he does a lot of Bible verses, especially with this one being the grace calendar. And it comes from John chapter 14, verse 26a, and it says, the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things. But look at that. Very appropriate for a January calendar. A lot of us, except for like our friends Lisa and all of them that are over on the other side of the pond, they're going through summer as we're going through winter. But for the rest of us, this is so appropriate for winter time. And I'll try to remember to show y'all this as each month comes so y'all can enjoy those beautiful pictures too. I definitely want to hang on to this calendar and do some kind of special project with each month in the color. So anyway, speaking of which, I have almost made my mind up about something. I said I wasn't. Well, first I said I was, then I said I wasn't, then I said I was, not to y'all, but in my family, Mr. Joyful, about doing a year crochet along. And I know there's so many crochet alongs out there. So if I do decide to do it, I fully understand that you can only do so many. So I don't expect anyone to do it with me should I decide to, but it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I'm this close to making my decision. So next Tuesday, I will reveal if I'm going to do that or not. It won't have anything to do with this calendar, but one day. Pam says, I just watched a movie about Thomas Kincaid the other day. I don't know how accurate it was, but I liked it. Good movie. You'd enjoy it. I'll have to look that up. Do you remember where you saw it at, Pam? I would love to watch it. I love Thomas Kincaid. I always have, all the way back to my college days, which was a long time ago. Quite a few decades ago. Candi says, off to bed, 3:30 comes too early. Nuggies, love ya. Nuggies, love you too. Thank you for coming, Candi. Thank you guys for wishing her a good night. Paula says, sounds like me. I need to put my phone on the other side of my bedroom. Yep, I put my phone in timeout at 10 o'clock, but I do leave it close by in case it goes off, you know, because of my parents, my kids, you know. I know there's always emergencies, but as far as like looking at it, nope, I put it to bed. Dora says, those are wonderful goals. Great job, Cynthia. Thank you. Sandra says, I am heavy into my reading right now. Mom always said she did not know what any of her kids look like without a book in front of their face. My kids have been like that too. Sandra, that's why I wear glasses. because I was that kid that when the lights went out, you know, because at 8 o'clock, a lot of times it was still daylight outside. And that was great for, you know, sneaking a book from under the pillow and reading. But when it got dark, I happened to have a street light that was almost right directly outside my bedroom window. Several times I would get caught reading. And it was always hard for my parents because if I ever had to get punished, and yes, there were times I got punished, they were like, the best way to hurt Cynthia and make her learn her lessons was to not let me have a book. But then how many parents do you hear saying, I'm going to punish my child by not letting them read? So my parents were always at a dilemma. But luckily, I didn't get in trouble often, but I can't say that I never got in trouble because I did. But I love to read. But unfortunately, reading from that street light for many, many years and sneaking, that's okay. Thank you, Vicki. Paula says, I will read my book starting tonight. I love it. I love it. We actually got the pleasure of having a play date, and I hope it's okay, Paula, that I shared that. And we actually talked about the books we were reading. All right. Thank you guys again for wishing Candi a great night. Angela says, I've enjoyed being in your live. Good night, everyone. Stay safe. Mwah. Good night, Angela. We're about to wrap up. I got one more thing to show y'all. I don't even know what all it is, so I'm excited. Dora says, a friend said that she gets audiobooks and so she can crochet and get some reading done. Doris, Connie was just talking to me yesterday about how she does audiobooks right here on YouTube. So I'm going to check that out. In fact, she sent me a link because I do enjoy reading a good suspense novel. And so she sent me a station or a channel that does audiobooks that are kind of your suspense mystery novels. So I'm excited to try it out, especially when the time changes and I can go back to the park when I get off work and crochet for a little bit and have some just downtime and alone time. That would be great to have an audiobook playing while I'm sitting there in the car crocheting, or when the weather's really nice sitting at the picnic table. Tina says, I love audiobooks, Doris. Tiffany says, I like to do that too, Doris. Sanja says, I am doing a Granny Square prayer squares right now. It will be a throw at the end of the year. Oh, that is exciting. I cannot wait to see it. A Granny Square prayer square. Oh, wow. I just love the sound of that. Paula says, I was the same way too. Pam says, do you have Peacock? I do. She says, if so, that's where I watched it. It said based on a true story. It's called Thomas Kincaid's Christmas Cottage. Love his work. I will definitely check that out, Pam. Carla says, I just finished sewing in ends last night on a Mickey Mouse throw for my oldest daughter. Oh my gosh, Carla, she is going to love that. And you know what else someone would love? Me. I would love it if you'd share a picture with us. I hope you'll do that. All right, let's see. Who's next? Sanja says, Dawn P, that is the best reading in the porch. I must have missed hers. Let me go back up. Oh, I did it jump. I read on the back porch. I read on the back porch in the sun. I'll have to look that up. Back porch in the sun. Well, thank y'all for sharing that. That might be my next read if I can find it at the library. If not, I'll go look it up on Amazon. Right, Sanja? She says, cool, Carla. I would love to see that. I hope you'll share. Laura says, I need to shut my phone down. The doctor at the hospital said to use less screen time. I would love to read. I can't until these glasses come in. Understandable. Maybe audiobooks is something for you to think about too, Laura. Sanja says, Dawn P, that is the best reading on the porch. Carla says, I'll send a picture to Cynthia this week. Awesome, awesome, Carla. Dawn says, we also listen to audiobooks in the car. We don't listen to the radio much. That's a great idea, Dawn. I like that. Oodle says, ooh, I would love to check out that YouTube audio channel myself. Well, Oodles, I will send it to you. I will pass it forward or pay it forward, however you want to look at it. Thank you guys for loving Laura out as she left. Wanda says, YouTube is where I listen to all my audiobooks while driving. Love that, Wanda. Well, if you ever come across a really good one, let us know, please. Tina says, I thought that was where you like to read. I thought that was where you like to read. Who are you talking to, Tina? Who's that comment to, love? Pam says, me too, Tina. Hello, Renee. Welcome in. Welcome to the Joyful House on this cold Tuesday. She says, hello, everyone. Doris says, could you please send me the audiobook channel too, please? Absolutely, Miss Doris. I will do that. And I will let Connie know that she is paying it forward as well. So I will send that to Miss Vicky and Miss Doris. All right. So the last thing I have that I want to share with you is this beautiful, lovely gift that I got from my coworker today. We haven't actually been able to see each other since probably the beginning of November, maybe. So it was just a gift seeing her. But anyway, she bought the bag and she actually monogrammed my initials into it. So I love it. And of course, y'all know as crafters, and she's a crafter herself, as you can see with her little fancy bow. Project bag. So I was happy and was content with this. And she said, there's something else inside of here. So let me see if I can pull it out. And y'all, this is a nice big bag. I'm excited. I love it. And it's kind of like a felt. So, and it opens up on the bottom. So it opens up pretty big. So I'm thankful to Kim for that. She did a great job. All right. Happy holiday. Oh my goodness. They're pencils. They're Bible dry pencils, Bible highlighting kit. So they won't bleed through. Oh my gosh, awesome. She knows I lead a Bible study here on the YouTube channel. So those will definitely come in handy. Ah, what a big thank you I need to give to her. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. And of course, it's got joyful on it. It's got be joyful always. The joy of the Lord is my strength. And then it's got a P with flowers. And then this one has a T and it says 1 Thessalonians 5:16. So the P stood for Psalms. Joy comes in the morning, and then one with joy. And they're the little magnets. And she knows that I use these a lot because a lot of times on my lunch, I'll use that time sometimes to do some of my Bible study preparation. And whenever there's multiple scriptures, I will use one of these to mark the page on the outside so I can easily pick it up and flip to that particular reference. So, and she found some with joy on it. So how exciting. All right. This feels different. What? Oh my gosh. Give the gift of faith, Calypso Studios, comforting clay cross. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. And I think I can just pop it right off of here. I can. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is so cool. Oh, wait. Is it what I think? It is. Wanda, it's kind of like your little heart you gave me. Oh my goodness, where you just kind of rub it back and forth. But that is it. That is really cool. So I will share something with y'all. every day. It doesn't matter, even if it's on the weekends here, unless I'm in pajamas and they don't have pockets, then that would be the exception to the rule. But every day I carry this heart that Wanda gave me, and it's like a worry stone heart. And I do use it a lot. Mr. Joyful has one too. She bought us both one. The other one is purple, and you would think that I would have the purple one and he would have this one. But we were telling Wanda, we actually swapped because the purple one was a little bit bigger. And since his thumb and his fingers are bigger than mine, the purple one was easier for him and this one was easier for me. So I carry that every day. And then I also carry this cross that my brother-in-law had given me many, many years ago when Todd and I first got married. And of course, we've celebrated 19 years of marriage in September of 2024. So I've carried it for quite some time. In fact, it's onyx, and I dropped it one time and it broke. And Mr. Joyful was able to fix it for me with like an epoxy. And you can see the epoxy, and he was actually going to try to sand that off. So it was smooth again and it didn't have that coloration. And I said, don't, because I am so broken and imperfect, but yet God loves me enough to send his son to die for me and make me whole again. So I like it having the blemishes. But anyway, I carry those all the time in my pocket, along with chapstick and my tattletale friend. So I love this. I cannot wait to thank her. All right. And there is one more little gift in here. And it's in this cute little bag. Is that what I think it is? Oh my gosh, it is what I think it is. Can y'all see what it is? Y'all can see more because there's a tag on my side. Can y'all see what it is? I can see the chat jumping. I'll get there real quick. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is going to have to go on the back wall. Look at that. It says joy. I love it. Oh, I love it. Well, I'll have to be sure and get a card out to Kim right away. All right. Let me check the chat. I thank you guys for staying over with me. I got some real apologies to do to Jen and Ivy, but I've had so much fun here this evening. All right. Yes, Tina, I agree. Magnetic bookmarks are great, and I'll probably use one in my book because you know what I'm using right now? I'm using the Goodwill receipt from where I bought my book. So, all right. Because my best bookmark from Dawn P is actually in my Bible, and it marks my spot for a Bible study. Thank you, Paula. I think she did a great job on the bag as well. Carla says, I actually followed through and sent you pictures of my last 2 projects. Yay! Thank you, Carla. We will definitely share those out next week. That was very sweet of her, Sanja. I will, Paula. I will send it to you as well. So Vicky Oodles, Miss Doris, and Paula. All right. That's right, Dawn. Remember, if you're feeling down, look up. Love it. Love it. Love it. Amen. Amen. All right. Heal the wounds, but keep the scars. I love that, Dawn. I love that. Sanja says, amen. I am imperfect, but he has made me perfectly. Yes. Amen. That's a lovely gesture, Cynthia. I carry a cross in my pocket to hang on to remind me he is always with me. Absolutely. You know why I really do it, Tina? The honest reason? And this is why my brother-in-law got it, because I had one, and I actually gave it away to someone, and he witnessed me giving it away, and so he got me another one. But I've always carried a cross in my pocket, and for a while I carried a penny with a cross engraved in it. And the whole reason is simply this: if I ever should pass away and I'm around people that don't know me, they'll know who I belong to by the items they find on my person. And that is the whole reason why I carry that cross. He's already here in my heart, but I carry that as a physical, like, whatever, in case I should ever leave this world in the hands of strangers, that they'll know where I went. So that is the whole reason why I carry mine. Sandra says, it has been fun and I have been blessed. Me as well. Thank you guys so much. Doris says, love you all. Take care, everyone. Good night, Doris. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this cute little emoji. Thank you guys for hugging them out. Tiffany says, have a great night and week, Miss Cynthia, and everyone. You as well, Tiffany. Sandra says, wow, I love that, Cynthia. Thank you. But it's the honest truth. That's why I've done that since college, actually. Sandra says, have a blessed night and week, Tiffany. Yes, yes. All right, you guys. Hope you saw the joy word. I look forward to reading all of your comments. I do thank you for being here. And if you do go over to Jen and Ivy's, please do a joy raid over there and fill their homes with joy as well. And let me try and quit running my mouth and get this ready for you. All right. I love you. Be joyful. Stay crafty in your own way. Make your own joyful creations. Keep those hooks busy. And remember this, there's only one you. So don't be afraid to be your own exclamation. Nugs and joys, you guys. Mwah. Be joyful. I'll see you next Tuesday or in the YouTube streets. Bye.